Jim, a disappointing afternoon. How are you feeling after that?
Well, disappointed, Jim. Obviously, to lose the game was, is always disappointing. I think the first half we never really got going. We didn't start the game well enough, and we probably gave Motherwell a little bit too much respect in the opening 45 minutes. I take responsibility for that. I set the team up in a certain way where I felt we could hit Motherwell on the counter attack, and it didn't quite go according to plan. But second half, I thought we were much better. We were in their faces a bit more. We picked up more second balls in the middle of the pitch, and we started creating some more opportunities. I think today is probably the most shots on target that we've had in a wee while. But unfortunately, it's the same old story. We're not able to find the back of the net, and that's been our Achilles heel in recent weeks.
Is the second half sort of performance and reaction in the second half what you can take from today's game?
Look, we always try and take some positives from every game, and of course there are some negatives in there that we have to do better. I thought we struggled to cope with the rotation of the midfield from Motherwell's midfield in the first half, and we looked to be getting dragged all over the place at times, which was creating big gaps in front of our back four. And Vaclav was far too busy in the first half. He's had to make 2 or 3 very good saves. The goal from young Scott, sometimes you just got to hold your hands up, and it was a bit of brilliance on his part. He puts it in the top corner, and there's absolutely nothing we can do about that one. But I felt, second half we were certainly more on the front foot, and I think the stats will probably tell that we've had decent opportunities. I don't think there was a great deal in the second half. I think over the whole piece, Motherwell were the better team. I don't think there's any denying that. And I think that we've got to give them credit where it's due, and they probably did deserve to win the game. But the annoying thing for me is, in terms of the chances that we created, again we've not been able to put one away.
Now, how frustrating is that? Because, like you say, second half we are creating more chances, but again, the lack of goals kind of coming back to bite us.
Well, look, I mean, I've said the same stuff for the last 3 weeks, and we're doing all we can in terms of training. We're doing all we can. It's up to the lads that are out there to come up with something. We're looking for a little moment of brilliance. We're looking for something just to go in off someone at the moment. Danny Mullen makes their keeper make a great save in the second half. Paul McGinn's had one cleared off the line from a set play. I think Kyle McGuinness looked as if his one was going in, but Peter Hartley, I think, has got it off the line. So, I don't like talking about hard luck stories and all that carry on. We've got to try and do more, and we've just got to find a way. It's as simple as that. And by hook or by crook, we've got to try and find a way to score a goal. And as I said, today I think we were more offensive in the second half than what we probably have been in the previous 2 games. And I felt that the second half performance deserved a goal, but again, for whatever reason, we're not just able to do it.
When you talk about working on these sort of things in training, what is it you can do in training to try on a match day create more kind of chances to score goals?
Well, look, Jim, we're no different to any other team out there. Every team in the world does crossing and finishing exercises. The hard part is trying to recreate the pressure of a match day. And sometimes you've got to credit the opposition. Motherwell are sitting third in the table, and they're there for a reason. They're a good team. They're very well organised. They've got a very, very, very good centre halves. I think very aggressive. And Gallagher and Hartley didn't give a great deal away today. So we're doing all we can, and believe me, the players are working so hard on the training pitch, but it doesn't really matter. I said that to them in there after the game. We couldn't ask any more of them. Monday to Friday, any session we put on, they make it work, and they do it really, really well. But nobody really cares about what happens Monday to Friday. It's all about what happens on a match day, and that's the difficult part for us at the moment, because I believe their efforts and their commitment and what they're giving us during the week deserves more at the weekend. But for whatever reason at the moment, Jim, we're just not quite there yet. And defensively, we've been getting a lot of plaudits lately, which is great, but if you don't score goals, you don't win games, and that's the bottom line.
Do you feel confident that if you keep plugging away, and if things just do eventually click, that things will be okay?
Of course, yeah. I mean, I've got great belief in the players that are there. I think during the week we rhymed off the names that are there. And we've got the likes of Darmus and McGuinness and Obika and Danny Mullen. I thought done well. Danny obviously first game in a wee while, so we knew we'd only get an hour or so out of him. We carry an attacking threat. We've got Tony Andrew there as well. So Kyle McAllister, who was out of the squad today with a slight niggle, but I believe we have got good quality players in the attacking areas, and I think today, even in the first half, we've put a couple of great balls in. Ilkay on one side, Paul McGinn on the other. We've just got to do more to try and get on the end of these things, But as I said, we can't keep relying on the back four and Vaclav to dig us out of a hole and to continuously keep clean sheets. That's that's not going to happen every week, and we've got to try and get our noses in front and see what that feels like and see where that takes us.
We go into the international break now. What do you do over the next few weeks before that game against St Johnstone in 2 weeks' time?
Just do what we always do, Jim, and work hard and try and come up with a game plan that's going to go and beat St Johnstone. Of course, we're disappointed at where we are in the table at the moment, but I think if you look at it, we're 3 points off a 7th place, so it's not a disaster. If we were sitting detached at the bottom of the table and 7 or 8 points below our nearest rival, then of course we would be concerned. But I believe that we have got a good team. I'm happy with the squad that we've brought in. We just need to add that finishing touch to it, and as I said, try and get our noses in front in a game, and and ask questions of the opposition and to come and break us down.
Just finally, nearly 900 fans here today. How important is it that the fans stick with it and be patient and still come out in their numbers every week?
Of course, look, I mean, the fans have been outstanding, and they've continuously got behind the team, home and away, and shown fantastic support to the players. But I understand that there's only so much they can take as well, and they pay good money to come and watch us, for us to go and entertain them, and unfortunately in the last 3 games we haven't been able to do that, because like all supporters, our fans want to see goals and they want to see us playing nice attacking football. At the moment we're not quite there. Of course, it's still early days. Rome wasn't built in a day, as they say, and we've got to just keep believing in what we're trying to do, and hopefully give them something to cheer about against St Johnstone. As I said in previous interviews, we're always grateful for those that turn out to support the players, and home and away they've been terrific, but to have 900 here today just shows you what a big club we are, and it's up to me and it's up to the players now to repay them with some goals and some wins, and hopefully we can do that after the international break.
Jim, thanks very much for your time.